So, hello, welcome to internship opportunities. Rita here, who's an Eagle Scholar graduate, who's going to share some of her experiences with internships. Um, and I am going to start off with what an internship is, and I'll give you some information on why they're important, kind of give you some background into them. And so yeah, internship opportunities. Why an internship? So there's a few reasons why you would consider doing an internship. These are just some of them, but there's a bunch of reasons as to why you would do one. So one of the benefits would be you would get to apply what you've learned in the classroom into like the real world setting. It's easy to read what you see in like your textbook, but visualizing what you're learning and how that works in the real world requires you to like actually get out there and apply the things that like you're learning in the field that you're interested in. It's also a good opportunity to test the waters in a way. Um, if you're not sure about a certain field, it'll give you, I guess, like a one-on-one experience with how this field works, kind of to see if this is somewhere you could see yourself working at. And I think the most important part of getting an internship is that it provides you with valuable work experiences. And that's pretty important whenever you like graduate from college, or like if for some reason you weren't able to work during high school or college, having an internship kind of provides you, I guess, some leverage whenever you're competing against other people that are trying to get the same, like say a job after graduation. They just look really good, and it shows that you know how to work in the real world. So those are some uh, reasons for pursuing an internship, and we'll go over how to get one. So there's two main ways to get one. Um, Obviously, you can get one through networking. So an example of that would be with Eagle Scholars, just attending the workshops with the guests that we have come often. Most oftentimes they'll provide their emails, and it's always good to start communication with our guests, especially if it's something that you're interested in. Definitely don't feel afraid to reach out to them and start a conversation. State like your interests, and maybe the guest will have something that's available for you to try out. An internship is most often one of those ways that they can help you out. Yeah, and if you don't have any networking yet, we're going to go through this website called Texas Internship Challenge that will provide you with a list of internships available in the area. But before we get to that, we're going to have Anita speak about her experiences with her internship. So I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen, and I'll let you take over this part.
Cool. I'm gonna need. Okay, start sharing. Share. Give me a second. Let me. Can you guys see my screen?
Uh, yes, I can see it.
Okay. Cool. My name is Anita. That's my email address. If you guys want to email me and ask me any questions, I attend Texas Women's University. I'm a senior, so I am about to graduate soon. Um, I so I can talk about the non-paid internship and paid internship. So non-paid internship usually helps with networking opportunities. So even though you're going there on daily basis, you're going there every day, working, but you're not getting paid. But that helps you to network, and then you um, later on you can actually get a job there. That's how I got my job. I work as a PT technician, physical therapy technician at a Peak Physical Therapy Clinic. That's I was actually doing my. It's not like I was observing, technically like a non-paid internship. I would help out. I was basically like an employee there, but I wasn't getting paid. I observed there for a while, and then when there was a new position opening up, they contacted me and saying if I wanted to apply, and I did. And then even though there was a lot of competitions, there were a lot of people applied for that position. But since I was already at the clinic, they already knew who I was, my work ethic and everything, which helped me to get the job there. So that's a good way to build your network, to show your determination that you're actually going interested in that position. And then paid internship is like usually the workload is a little bit harder whenever they pay you because they treat you like an employee, not like a student who is observing, not like unpaid internship. They treat you like, oh, you're working here, we're paying you to be here, so you must do whatever the work you're assigned. So that's the difference between paid and unpaid. For my school, I actually have to do non-paid internship before I graduate, which is called academic credit, which is for me is 6 credit hours, 6 credit, and I'm gonna have to do my entire semester doing internship at a not at school but outside of school. So I have to find a place where I can do my internship for my academic credit. That's one of the things. So that's why building connections, networking is very important. Just in general, so you can get like jobs in future. I'll stop sharing. That was
Yeah, definitely.
mhm.
Anita, do you want to share how where you found the opportunity to like work with the, I guess, the PT hospital, how
uh,
that
I
started?
my advisor, actually, I emailed my advisor and asked her if there is any PT clinics that she knows that she can send me, like I send me info of. And then she later, like few days later, she found this clinic and then she sent me info about it. And I all I did was just email them, literally just email them, ask them if I could come and observe. And then within like 3 4 days they got back with me, and then they were like, oh, you're all good, you can come and observe. Yeah, and then that's how I did it. So usually asking questions is also very important. If you know, if you want to know, you can ask anyone. They'll always be ready to help, especially your advisor, your counselor, Miss Janet. She's always happy to help. So asking questions, yes.
Yeah, definitely. Don't be afraid to send out an email.
Hmm.
Like you might never know what you can get out of it. Like this is why networking is like really important. I feel like that's more important than, I guess, I don't know how to say it, because like for me, I got this internship through my friend Tristan, and he knew my work experience whenever I studied at A&M, and he referred me to this internship. So that just goes to show you the importance of networking. Um, and I mean that even plays a big role once you graduate as well. Like for me, in my master's, I have to do a bunch of internships over the summer, and my profession is going to be like student affairs, and it's already kind of like tight knit. So if I were to intern at another place in another school, they're gonna know me, um, since I'm working there as an intern, and because of that, that's why they have like a really good job placement after graduation, because you're making these connections with people, and that's like super important. It really helps you in getting a because it's a lot harder, I guess, trying to, I guess, do it. I don't know. How would you describe it? I guess trying to find a job.
Job after you graduate is very difficult. Yes.
Yeah, it really is.
Have connection. If you don't know, if you don't have any networking connections, then it's, I had personally my friends who had graduated from school, they would say, oh my god, I'm having so much trouble finding jobs because they are just treat me as like someone who had just graduated from school. They don't have any experience, so it's like they would like push away their resume no matter how good it was. So it's like if you already have done internship and then you can apply to that company. Yes. Usually, I have like a PT therapist there, um, physical therapist who was actually a student observing there. He was doing his clinical rotation internship, and he got the job right after he passed the test. So he was already there. So he's 25 years old and he's a doctor already with job. So that's why networking is very, very important and doing all this internship.
Mhm.
Get a good job after you graduate so you won't be unemployed for a very long time.
Yeah. And Anita, you mentioned earlier that your work ethic was like one of the things that helped you
Mhm.
uh, with your offer. Do you think anything else contributed to, I guess, helping you secure that position?
Yes. Give me a second. Sorry, my roommate. Um, I would say getting along with everyone. Yeah, because I after I got the job, I asked the person who was working there as a front office, and then so she was telling me how the doctor who was actually hiring me asked all these questions about like if she would be a good person to work with, what's her how's her attitude toward all this, everything like that. So you have to be not just nice to one person at work, like oh, he's a higher up, I'll be nice to him, but not nice to the person who's working in the front, or like just there. And then so you have to be nice to everyone. I mean, generally you have to be nice, but the work environment, they all ask questions. Yeah, they all, because it's easier, they ask questions who is easier to work with. So
Mm-hmm.
if they
Yeah.
know how I am as a person, my personality, then they will easily, yeah, that's how they, she said that's how they picked me, because of my personality. You have to be friendly, you have to show them that you actually care and you're actually interested in the position that you're applying for. Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, that's definitely some good advice. I
Mhm.
had something else I was gonna ask. I don't remember right now. Uh,
It's okay.
Alejandra, do you have any questions about internships? Oh, it's okay. That yeah, that happens.
Mhm.
So I got one more thing before we do the little sign up for the Texas Internship Challenge. So there's some supplies and tips. If you don't have them, that's okay. Was building my little profile on the site and I didn't have my resume ready, or I didn't upload it yet. But so these are some good things to have before you apply for an internship. Make sure you have your resume ready and cleaned up. Um, if you don't know how to build a resume, you should have some resources on CCP available to you, maybe some templates. Um, also have some good resume resources. I don't know if they were uploaded there yet, but if they're not there, I can definitely send those over to you. Um, I would say clean up your social media. Um, Sometimes employers look at that to determine how you are as a person. So, um, if possible, I would delete anything questionable or just make everything private. That's that's one way to do it. Hide everything I don't know, a little, because I know it's a personal space, but it's also like out there in the public. So just be wary of your privacy settings. Learn how to write cover letters, which basically it's kind of like an explanation as to why you're wanting to get like this internship or job. Um, you can always ask your intern about that, or if they're not sure, uh, you can always ask me. I have resources to cover letters as well. Um, and I guess another piece of advice is to give in several internships a chance. Like there might be a dream internship that you might want, but maybe you just don't have the qualifications for it yet. Um, so it's good not to have like all your eggs in one basket, which basically means don't just have like your dream internship as your only option. Be open to trying new things, and that'll help you with gaining experience and just showing your work ethic. You can also get letters of recommendation from there too, whenever you're applying to other things that might suit your interests a little more. And yeah, definitely practice interviewing. Um, you can use your intern as a resource. Um, or you can use your other scholars as well. I've used my scholars for my interviews, and it worked pretty well. Um, might be a little more honest than your intern, but it's super helpful in the end. um, do you want to add anything else to this, Anita?
Uh, I think you covered everything.
All right. Well, I'm glad that is all set. So right now, what we're gonna do is gonna go through the process of registering. Um, it shouldn't, depends on how long it'll take. So yeah, let me drop the link in the chat. Also wanted to share this opportunity with the, oopsie, forgot to share the screen, with the UT Southwestern. They usually do their Stars Explorers thing. You might see them on the Eagle Scholars group chat. You'll also find the events on the Eagle Scholars website calendar as well, but they also have like summer camps that you can attend. They're open to middle school and high schoolers, which is really good. And you can basically get some experience in like these fields, biology, chemistry, and physics, kind of to see if this is something you would like to pursue later on, or if you're just interested in learning more about science. So these are some of the opportunities that you can sign up for and look at over the summer. I'll go ahead and put that in chat as well. So, and yeah, hopefully y'all are logged on to Texas Internship Challenge. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. So yeah, I thought we should start off by just building our account on here. So for this one, we would go on to students looking for an internship, and it's going to ask for a lot of information. So bear with me. I'm sorry. We'll get the hard part done. It says it should take about 10 minutes. Oh, and it's kind of slow to load. Sorry about that. Yeah, so for all of this, yeah, you can basically make a username, probably something appropriate, something you can remember. If you need to write it down in your phone or in a notepad, you can go ahead and do that. And for the pin, it's basically any 4-number pin. I don't know why, just make
Okay.
one up that you will remember as well. Don't just put anything random. Write it down if you need to. Okay. And then you put in all your information, your zip code, or if you don't know it, I guess you would click on find zip code, put in your email. Date of birth. Hang on 1 second.